Well, let's start this again. I didn't hit the record button, so it's Tuesday, March 12th. So, got all these side pieces for the table base all done. Got the benches all sanded, welded, and sanded, ready for paint. I got another one right there. So they came out pretty nice, getting a bit better at welding. Only a few little pits there, and the welds all look pretty good. That's corners. So I'm starting to get the hang of it slowly but surely. Still look kind of crappy in there, but amazing what a grinder can do. And by the time I throw some paint on it, it's not going to be show quality, but it'll be good enough for here. And then as soon as I get the base done, I can start sanding and run the planer over the tabletop. But I'm waiting on this piece here is going to be our screed for today. So this is we're doing this cement in 2 hours. I got 4 cubic yards coming, 4 cubic meters coming. So as soon as that, we'll wash this thing off, and then I'll cut it and legs for the table base. Because that's good heavy. I bought that good heavy steel, and I needed almost 6 meters for this section here because it's about 5 meter 40 across. So got this all ready, and then any overflow will come over here. We got overflow area set ready to go. Got the steel in it. So if we should have overflow. Hopefully I did my math correctly. But yeah. We'll just see. I think I got the depth right on that, and then we got all that excess there. So yeah, that's projects going on. Haven't started the well yet because I need to build a little house for the well to sit in. I don't want that new pump sitting over there in the weather, and it's starting to change. So I got to figure out if I'm going to enclose everybody else's pumps as well as mine, or what I'm going to do. So we'll see what happens. But that's what projects are. I'll probably do a time lapse today for the cement and show you what we got going on. All right, 4Q is poured. Man, they put so much water in the cement. You just got to kind of let it sit for an hour. Well, you gonna mix some more? Oh. Alright. We had to mix a little bit extra. And we're gonna make another little batch. Just to get, there's a low spot right there. They're a little bit worried about. Main thing is if it can go this way and go to that corner is okay. So everything right now is kind of going this way anyway. This side higher than this side. This side's lower. Yeah, and that's okay because that's going to be like a fish tank. And there's going to be a roof right here, so it's no big deal. There's not going to be. Yeah, this mainly is right here. Keep the slope and keep here slope. So it's been about 3 hours. And I'm just starting to work the top surface. It's still so much water in the cement. You can just see all the water after 3 hours. It's still, they just ship it so wet. I need the $100 bull float, but these guys do okay for. And now they'll work it 3 or 4 more times to get it nice and smooth. But this stuff was pretty wet, so it's probably going to take another 3 or 4 hours till they get done. And 2 hours later, working at the center, still got a lot of water in it. But they're slowly working it. And you can just see the blue line. This is going to be shop in here, so I want to kind of have that smooth so the oil and stuff won't soak into there if I spill something. This side's just going to be brushed, but that side I want smooth. So, but slowly working it. It's getting closer. Another 2 or 3 hours, it'll be good. Alright, so it is 2 o'clock now, and getting it. This side's still a little bit wet underneath the shade. I haven't had much sun on it, so it's going to take a little bit more work. But we got, this is just the brush grade. So getting that all finished up. And there's going to be a block wall right there where she's working. So that's the exterior. And that's just getting a brush grade, and then they're smoothing this. This is going to be the shop area to that mark right there.
Shop area เป็นห้องนอนเลยเนาะเป็นห้องนอน
So
ก็เหมาะ
I'm putting a shiny surface under
เป็น
the
ห้องนอ
shop.
นอันเนี้ยว่าเพื่อนห้องนอนบางทีก็เหมาะห้องนอนเล่น
Any oils or anything,
มันโล่งอยู่
clean
นี่
up
เป็นอย่าง
a little bit better. It's kind of more of a waterproof seal, oil-proof seal.
ห้องนั่งเล่นห้องกินเหล้าเนาะ
But it's taken a long time to get this middle worked.
มันสิเย็นดีเนาะ
It's nice having a cover over the patio, but it also takes the cement a lot longer to dry. So, but yeah, we're getting it worked slowly but surely. That was exactly 4Q, and we had to mix a small batch of concrete to fill that last little corner. Luckily, we had some rock and sand and cement here on hand, so it worked out just perfect. I did not have enough to do my overflow area though, and so as soon as I get the forms off of this, I'll do another little square over there in front of the house, which is going to be like a little small connector sidewalk, 2 meters long. to connect it to this main pad that's on the other side of this. So we'll get this one poured, and that other small pad, it's just a cue. But Goy and I can do that on our own. We don't need any help for that one because it's just going to be a brush finish as well, and it's not so much work. So we just have to pay an extra 500 baht to get a ready mix truck to come without 3Q on it. But 500 baht is about 1250, so that's better than mixing multiple buckets of cement by hand. So that's the next agenda. Alright, so it's all finished up. Got that tied into one instead of having a funky step there and a sidewalk. So got that all tied in. So we got one big thing. This should be a fish pond maybe someday. And then the smooth side over here, I guess. But yeah, so that's 7,850 baht for cement and 500 baht for 3 people. So 1,500 baht. So 88, 93, so a little over $300 for that. So that's the big expenditure for the month. So strip forms tomorrow and just clean up and try to maybe grind some of these places where it's a little bit high where they meet. I don't know. We'll see how energetic I get. Alright, forms are off. Looks like Goy did a pretty good job of doing her edges. That side looks pretty good. I didn't really look at this side yet. That side's pretty damn good, Goy. Did a good job. This is taking a long time to cure underneath the cover, but slow is okay. That gets direct sun, and that's not very thick. That's only about an inch thick right there, 1.5 inches, 2 inches thick out here. So hopefully that holds up. It's just going to be foot traffic. It's not going to be maybe a motorcycle, but no cars are going to be up on there. This stuff here is plenty thick, plus it's got rebar. Got rebar sitting in here along this where this wall is going to be. Rebar all the way down that edge where that wall is going to be. Those two slabs are tied in together with rebar. This has just got wire mesh in it. But this will be the next little mini pour just Goy and I can do by herself. Got to do this little connector, and then that's where the big driveway is going to go. And then we'll do between that and that is just a queue. So we'll get that poured, and then we'll be ready for the next step. But kind of need to see if we can find some dirt and get some infill in here, because I really don't want, this ground is horrible, and if we pour this in and put the roof on, I won't be able to get any dirt in here easily unless I bring in a tractor and have them bring it in a bucket at a time. But I don't even know any of the guys that have just buckets on their trucks, so on their tractors, I mean, and nobody's got a bobcat and blah blah blah, so pretty limited. But yeah, it came out pretty good. Corner chipped out a little bit when I pulled the form off, but it's no big deal. Can patch that in. But yeah, good. One step closer. Had one guy came out last night and looked at it. It seemed like he was willing to lay block. I just don't want to mess with it. It's a lot of hard work, man. I just don't have I was hurting last night. I just don't have the strength to, one, bend over and 2, carry block all day. So it's just not going to work for me. And if I can get him to do it, it's 100 baht per square meter. So this side here is 25 square meter. So that's only 2,500 baht to lay all the block on this, and it'd be 2,500 baht for all the block on there. Plus I give a little extra because that side's going to have windows, and this side's going to have some cement poured in some of the blocks to make them a little bit stronger where I'm going to put my doors in. So probably drop some steel down in there too. But yeah, that's kind of what we got going on. And yeah, been a good week. Got one big project done, not too expensive. Now I can just kind of take my time and work on my benches. Kind of got those laid out. That's what they're gonna look like. Looks a little weird going cross grain like that, but it'll be all right. We're just trying to do it economically with one sheet of plywood, so, and some leftovers that I had from that table. So, all right, and I don't know what I'm gonna feel like doing next. I'm gonna probably cut these legs up for this and get that welded up, and that'll be about it. It's only 7 o'clock and I am dripping with sweat. I don't know if you can see. It's hot again. So I'll be glad when the rain comes. All right, Friday, March 15th, 1 o'clock. Another hot day. But got the table base is all welded up. Got some corner supports in there, and that's what I'll drill holes in those and mount the top to that. So that's what'll hold. 8 screws will hold that on. Like I showed you guys those. Those are the bases for the benches. So do some final sanding, and then we'll be ready to paint all the metal stuff. Just gonna do it the black Rust Tech paint again, glossy, and then I'll get started doing the woodwork. So we're not too far away. Run the planer, the sanders, and router. So getting going. Cement's set up pretty well. So it's looking like it's gonna do okay. No cracks or anything yet. So, which none of my concrete has cracked yet. So that was 12Q. This was 5Q because it's pretty thick. And then this was 4Q. So yeah, so far so good, knock on wood. So everything is dry. Water bill came today from the village. We didn't use very much from the village because it's not hooked up to our house yet, and so just watered the yard. It was only 20 baht, so less than $1 for this month's bill. Yeah, that's about it. Pretty slow week. I've showed welding and grinding and sanding on this channel before, so really don't need to go through all that again. But my good old MIG welder, that was 8,000 baht, and that thing has done a lot of work so far. So it's coming along pretty good. Only negative about it is when these reels get down, the wire gets down to the last little bit, it kind of hangs up sometimes. So even with the tension on this little wheel right here is what turns when you pull the trigger, and that feeds the wire out. But that can't unwind the wire, and I got the spring pretty loose on that thing. So that's the only bad part that thing has to do. I've done a lot of welding so far, about 3 or 4 rolls, I think, so far, and on the second tip, and the first tip was my fault, so just getting it too close. But yeah, I did find argon at the local shop, so I don't know if I'm gonna mess with that. This works pretty good. It would be a lot cleaner if I put some argon on there, but I would like some argon CO2 mix, but argon would be fine. But then I need to buy gauges and all that good stuff, so I'm not really ready for that yet. Just keep it simple. And yeah, it does okay. I do have to do a little bit of grinding and stuff, and thought about getting some body filler and filling those in, but it's Thailand. Fuck it. So this one turned out okay, and it doesn't have a bunch of body filler. Yeah, I can see where it's welded and stuff, but quite frankly, everybody that's seen that table around here likes it. So all right, that's it for today. Market day, so we're heading to the market in about an hour, and that'll be about it. And I don't think we got anything planned for the weekend. So I may do water this weekend. I may move the pumps this weekend. See how motivated I get tomorrow. Motivation when it's this hot is hard to come by. So, and good thing is I don't have to do anything if I don't want to. Thanks y'all for watching, and have a good weekend, and we'll see you on the next one. Please subscribe. I am over 300 subscribers now, so thank you everybody that has subscribed. I know probably most of you are here because of the Ladyboy videos, and that's only 2 of my now 100 and some videos. So sorry to disappoint you, but that's just the way life is, man. Thank you anyway, and please subscribe and tell your friends. Thank you.